Finding time to draw isn't always easy, even when you want to. So in this week's episode of YouTube Art School, I put together 5 different exercises that you can do within 10 minutes only. Perfect if you're always busy. It's stuff that I do myself when I want some good practice without, committing to a full drawing. So let's not waste time and let's get started. Alright, class is in session. Pay attention. It'll be worth your time, I promise. The first exercise will be the easiest and it'll provide the least amount of drawing experience, but don't sleep on it. It's super useful to develop your dexterity, which will make everything else you draw feel much easier. And what we're going to be drawing are strokes, all kinds of them. So straight lines, curves, circles, ellipses, hatching even, which is just like a kind of a variant on a regular stroke. From what I've seen, mentoring hundreds of students over the years, basic pen strokes that are clean and confident are something that most artists seem to be struggling with. The basics are too important, so make sure that you save a couple of minutes here and there to practice them. They're quite literally the building blocks for everything that you draw. So you can draw the most beautiful character, but if your brush strokes look terrible, your character will always look amateur at best. And if your drawing is trash, but your lines are beautiful, well, I guess that's not much better. But you see my point? You need both. And 10 minutes of this should be more than enough, just like a couple times a week to see good progress. And wasting no time, let's move on to the second 10-minute exercise where we'll actually be using the strokes that we've been practicing to texture various things, or like add patterns to simple shapes. Drawing wooden objects is a good example. Like you can start with a basic wooden plank and then progress to wooden primitives like boxes, or like wooden crates, I guess, or barrels, which are just like wooden cylinders. You can also start from a silhouette with sharp edges and break it into different sections, adding progressively more lines until it starts to look like a rock. Maybe even drawing multiple ones to create abstract rock structures. Drawing branches is also pretty fun to me. Just think of each branch as like a cylinder where the frequency of the details you draw will increase as you get closer to the edges. That should help make it feel round, like give it the impression of 3D. But it doesn't really have to be anything specific. You can just add lines to any 2D or 3D shapes. There's no right or wrong. We're still mostly just focused on dexterity and pen control. And I like these because you can kind of doodle without paying 100% attention. So it allows you to do other things at the same time. And then moving on to the next 10-minute exercise. It'll be fantastic for beginners or more advanced artists even looking for a solid warm-up. For now, we'll be focusing on drawing simple volumes, like things like cubes, cylinders, spheres, and any like variants of those. Here we're practicing spatial awareness, like a foundation skill for artists, allowing us to better visualize objects in space and prepare us to draw eventually like more complex structures like a human mannequin maybe. And as you can see, you can even spice up this particular exercise by drawing those volumes rotating in space. I'm sure a lot of you will be able, with some difficulty maybe, to do this from imagination, but if it helps, like don't hesitate to use references in the form of drink cans, maybe like boxed shaped items on your desk, or whatever else resembles these simple volumes. References are always useful. Now, the next exercise will be a step up in difficulty, but you'll definitely be gaining more drawing experience as a result. So we've drawn volumes in space. Now let's manipulate them. By deforming them in different ways, we're pushing even further our understanding and control of the shapes. So I would start with relatively simple modifications at first, things like twists, bends, and also just stretching or squashing the volumes. That should be pretty challenging to most artists. Another kind of more advanced manipulation that we can do is carving into our volumes. So whip out your imaginary carving knife and start to chop away at this. Remove corners, chop volumes in half, bevel some edges, cut holes through some of the shapes. This is not only fantastic like technical practice, but it'll teach you also to think like an artist. I could have started with the finished object, the one that's all cut up, but that would have been exponentially harder to do compared to just starting with a simple one and manipulating it like I have, cutting into it piece by piece. And mastering this will absolutely take your art to the next level. You can do a lot of these in 10 minutes, and each minute you spend on it will contribute to making you a better artist. That's good value right there. But what's even better value for your time will be the art school program that I built over the last 7 years. It's specially made for busy people. It's a program that you can work on at your own pace from home, and there's nothing that comes even close to the depth of the content that it covers, except maybe traditional university programs that will cost you tens of thousands of dollars. not epic. But yeah, check out all the deets with the link in the video description and make sure that you grab it before the end of the month to take advantage of the big sale that just started to celebrate reaching over 26,000 registered students. We have an awesome community of artists in our school's private Discord, so you won't be alone as you take your art to the next level. Check it out, it's awesome, but don't take my word for it. Check all the reviews yourself with the link below, and you can also get the trial to see if it works for you. Not much to lose. So yeah, you should definitely join our art gang and find out what you've been missing out on. Alright, with my shameless plug over, here's the hardest exercise out of the bunch, but also one that will gain you a maximum amount of drawing experience. Drawing gestures. So in 10 minutes, you would have time for 5 drawings, taking 2 minutes to draw each pose. You can do this using photo references, but I also recommend just bringing a sketch pad outside and sketching people from life. At the park maybe, like in the subway or the train, at a cafe, anywhere people won't be moving too much for some time. Gesture drawing is one of the first skills that we work on in the art school program because of how amazing it is at helping you with detail abstraction, proportions, observation. It's one of those rare S-class exercises that you would be crazy not to practice. So if not now, make it a point to build up to it with the other exercises that we went over today. And if you want some good tips on gesture drawing, I actually made a class dedicated to it, and you can find that down below in the description. I highly recommend it. And that's gonna be it for this week's class. So I hope you found it helpful. As always, feel free to leave your feedback in the comments. I read them all. Share this with a friend who might need it, or with your crush. It's guaranteed to take you out of the friend zone. How could it not? Oh, and as a prize for being a good student and following until the end, I'm giving away the legendary line art brush that I used in today's video for free as part of my custom brush set. You'll find another link for that in the video description if you haven't got it already. And there's also a convenient version for Clip Studio Paint users. So I hope this helps. Come back next week for more free pro content like this. And meanwhile, check out these other classes that you might like. I'll see you there.